Welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm Buddy Cunanan. Tonight's topic is International Arts Education Week, and joining us still is Madame Cecil Guidore Alvarez, the Director of Earth Savers Movement and President of the International Theater Institute in the Philippines. And joining her is a noted playwright, multi-awarded playwright, Mr. Frank Rivera. Director, actor, playwright. Yes. Now, before we go to introductions, let's talk about International Arts Education Week.
Yeah, it's happening all over the world, no? Of course, you have the seat in Paris, and because the Second World Congress was in Seoul, where in fact we in the Philippines proposed this International Arts Education Week. The first one was in Portugal, where Frank was also with us, with the Earth Savers. And what's important is now we are showcasing, it's what we call Arts Education Week on the air. So on radio, we're having a seminar where we have dialogue, interviews, presentations on Radyo Balintatao about the purposes of arts,
yes,
and getting to know some of the artists that have really been great teachers as
yes,
well.
yes.
So that is what they can hear on Radyo Balintatao, and a special. And at the same time here, this is already a special which we're submitting to UNESCO, this TV special you're doing. And also there'll be interviews in other,
Very good.
In the government television. But what's important is to encourage all of the artists, wherever they are, because together we can be a great creative army to really work for peace, for biocultural diversity protection, so that we can confront climate change better. We really develop a mindset for disaster risk reduction. We really appreciate our traditions. So even here with the WEF, we say the UN has always recognized now, that's the thrill of this all, that the United Nations, through Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and UNESCO as the lead agency, has really said that true development, economic development, or there's no such thing as sustainable development, it becomes retarded or accelerated depending on the wise and relevant use or integration of culture.
Very well.
Pag wala yun, pag absent yun, talagang palpak ang development. So this is a wonderful bridge for cultural interaction, and yun ang magandang nagbibigay ng lakas ng loob. Pero yung ginagawa rin namin sa media outreach, I'm sure kayang-kaya ni Frank yan dahil he was former director of the National Council for Children's Television. Kanya natuturuan ng mga bata gumawa ng films kahit na sa cellphone.
Well, Ms. Alvarez, the best of luck to the celebrations of International Arts Education Week, and we will definitely follow up this up with more TV shows, and maybe a summary of what happened in maybe next month. We can come up with something about that.
Please come on the 27th. Our partner is the
Danny
Emilio
Dolor.
Aguinaldo College, which is led by Danny Dolor, and our coordinating production manager is Pamana Danse. So that's at 4 o'clock on the 27th sa EAC College Theater. Naku, it's free and you will see a diverse manifestation of creations of youth from different backgrounds.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay.
Ms. Albert, I know you're very busy and you have
Yeah.
run for another engagement, but thank you so much for coming in the show.
No, thank
Pleasure
you
to have
very
you.
much for
Thank you.
pushing into the center stage
Maraming salamat
arts
po.
education.
Maraming salamat po. And you know, folks, this initiative of Mrs. Alvarez, the Earth Savers movement, has really garnered a lot of praise. And none other than the UNESCO Director General, Koichiro Matsuura, in his address at the Leaders Forum, really praised the Earth Savers movement. He said, UNESCO appreciates and supports the important role of the International Theatre Institute in promoting theater as means of fostering social cohesion. In this context, I wish to express my congratulations to Mrs. Alvarez for the extraordinary work that she has undertaken here in the Philippines with her Earth Savers Dream Ensemble to alleviate suffering and reduce poverty among young disabled people in rural areas. And yes, so that's coming from none other than Director General Koichiro Matsuura, praising the Earth Savers movement, which is really an excellent group of people with disabilities, physically challenged people, and empowered by arts to give hope, to give inspiration to all of us. Isn't that right, Mr. Rivera?
That's very true.
Yes, about the Earth Savers movement. Now, let's talk about po, your background naman. You are a very noteworthy playwright. You're a multi-awarded playwright
Well,
and actor.
they gave me some awards.
Yes. How long have you been
I've been
the
doing
arts?
this for the last 45 years.
Opo, opo.
I almost grew up with PETA. I'm a senior citizen now, and I started theater in 45 years ago.
Yes. And I understand you're actually also a cancer survivor, which is your story actually is very inspiring.
Yeah,
tell us
last year,
briefly
this
about
time
that.
of the
Yeah.
year, I was dying. I was in the hospital for more than 10 months. I just came out in mid-March this year.
Yes, yes.
So I've been out of the hospital for 2 months only.
Yes. And they said, they told me that because of your cancer, there was a time that you couldn't talk, you couldn't
Yeah, I was
be
operated on my
understood.
face.
Yes.
It's a non-Hodgkin lymphoma
Yeah.
cancer, fourth stage. And I
Wow.
thought I was going to die. I was operated 4 times. I stayed in the hospital for more than 10 months. And I had 11 sessions of chemotherapy.
Yes. Now, how did arts help you overcome this illness, or at least
I
have
had-
some sort of healing
Yeah.
involved?
Oh, I was doing nothing in the hospital. I was just lying there with all the syringes in me. And I had theater groups coming in, performing in the hospital. My nurses and the doctors are watching. I had some choral groups singing in the hospital. And then I had filmmakers showing their films in the hospital, in my hospital room.
Beautiful.
And that helped me.
Alam niyo po, it's so inspiring that the arts community came together to really take care of one of their own.
Yeah.
And arts healing, alam niyo po, a lot of, I do a lot of work in alternative medicine, and cancer really is, one way of beating cancer, helping people beat it, is to boost that sense of well-being. And ika nga, sabi nga niyo, yung arts healing in your case, I'm sure those choral groups coming to your hotel room and performing for you help buoy your spirits.
Yeah,
no?
it was very inspiring. I aspired to live because of that.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And last year was the preparation for the 40th anniversary of the theater group I founded in Mindanao.
The very famous Sining
the
Cambayoca.
Mindanao State University.
Yes.
And I said if I lived through that, I would be attending the 40th anniversary. And I was able to attend that last
Lo and
week.
behold, it
Yes.
happened.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I went to Mindanao, to Iligan and Barao, and saw my old members.
And Mr. Vera, how are you doing these days? I mean, are you
I'm good.
up and about?
I'm good. I'm getting stronger
Good,
every
good.
day. I still have a hard time climbing up and down the staircase.
Yes,
But
yes. But
eventually,
I mean, as a playwright, you know, I mean, it's also, work can also be therapy in that sense. No? I mean, I understand you're also very, very busy continuing your job, your career, your profession as a playwright.
This is wonderful. I was still in the hospital when I was commissioned to write a play
Yeah.
on Bishop Alfredo Versosa of the Archbishop of the Diocese of Lipa during the Miracle of the Roses. So I'm writing a musical for him now, and it's
Nice.
almost finished. It will be on in July
Where will
this
this
year.
be
in
produced?
Ora's SM.
In SM Ora.
SM Ora, yeah.
What is the title of this play?
Ang Pasyon
Ang Pasyon.
ni Obispo Alfredo Versosa.
Nice. Well, I mean, this is
It's produced by the nuns,
Yes.
the nuns in the Mediatrix of Lipa, and some other friends.
so. I mean, if it's in a few months' time, we're going to be no, very soon. We're going to be treated to this this new play of yours.
Yes, that's in July this year.
Yeah. So just
July
around
7
the corner.
is the premiere.
Beautiful, beautiful. And okay, so
They're actually in rehearsals now. My friend Joey Nombres is directing it.
how many plays have you written in your career? In the many decades you've been active.
Around 30.
And
All of them are produced. And some of them are being produced every now and then. Actually, Ambon Ulan Baha, my play on reforestation, on the environment, which I wrote in 1976 when reforestation and environment was not yet a hip word.
yes.
And it has been going on and on, semester in, semester out, presented in schools.
Yes. And what is the central theme of your plays? I mean, you've written many and
Yeah.
seen them produced. What is the central
Yes.
theme? Is there a central theme?
Social responsibility.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Because when I was growing up, I had this belief, because of school and because of our society, I was made made to believe that the arts and culture are extracurricular activities.
Yun nga, that's
Meaning,
the mindset.
hindi siya mahalaga.
Yes. Parang
So,
extra.
yeah,
Parang like
extra
on
lang.
the side. Yeah.
I think that is one reason why a country is struggling to progress. Because what is art? What is culture? It is the soul of the nation. How can the body move forward? How could we progress as a nation if we call our soul extracurricular activity?
Yes. Yes.
And so I guess there should be an awakening now that arts and culture must be as important subject as arithmetic, as political science, and all the other social life.
Do you see that that the government is placing more emphasis now on this?
I
public school
think
education
so.
and things
I
like that?
think DepEd is also into that, and I am very glad. I am a retired director of the National Council for Children's Television, and I was working on children doing media education. I let them look at television shows, and I made them watch advertisements, and ask for their idea of it. Because I believe that media is constructed.
Yes.
Everything is constructed.
Yes. Yeah.
And I ask the children to deconstruct it. Like I give the children some ideas of what are the constructed things. Like a thought is always constructed. Like let's say, life is full of choices.
Yes.
But is it? Is it really full of choices?
Makes you question.
Yes.
Question yourself.
So I
question
ask
norms.
the children, did you choose to be born? They said, no. You're born. When you're born, what do you choose? To live? Yes. Sorry, but you'll die.
Yes.
So actually, there's no choice. When you get up in the morning, will you rise or stay in bed?
Yes.
You rise, of course.
Yes.
Will you love or will you hate? You love, of course.
What is the effect of this on children? It makes them more
Oh,
aware.
they love it.
Yes.
They love it. They watch television and they say, "Oh, this brand of potato chips."
Yeah.
They said it's good, but what do they see on television? Even the advertisement says that it's not.
Now, this social awakening that you really champion, in your new play, which is going to come out July 7 in the SM Aura,
Yeah.
what is the overlying theme of this play?
Justice.
Okay.
I think the most important thing in life is justice. Not love, not truth, justice it is. Because pag umiibig ka, at ang pag-ibig na yan ay hindi makatarungan, parang hindi pag-ibig
That's not
yan.
just. No?
Yes.
There's injustice there.
Pag ang katotohanan ay hindi makatarungan, then hindi yan katotohanan. So I think the most important thing is justice. When Bishop Versosa was alive, he was called names. He died a poor, destitute man. But now he's a candidate for sainthood. And I think by the time he becomes a saint, then his whole life is justified.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, Mr. Rivera, unfortunately, we've come to the end of our segment. Is there anything you want to tell the viewers before we go?
Yes, believe in life, believe in truth, believe in justice, believe in the arts, because it is our soul.
Very well said. Now, Mr. Rivera, definitely we will interview you again in the days and weeks to come, especially as your July 7 play date for the premiere of your new play approaches. We will definitely feature that and talk more about your thoughts and insights on arts education, arts as a means for social change, and of course justice. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Maraming po salamat. Guys, don't go away because more of the Earth Savers Ensemble and arts as a means for social change when Philippines Uncut returns.